see some old faces. Okay, let us begin. Some of you already know me. So my name is Dr. Onab Kasdar, and for those who don't know me, I'm from Pakistan, okay, and I joined UOB in 2016. My area is this, traffic and transportation, and I studied from King Fahd University. I did my PhD from King Fahd University in 2014, and then I went to Pakistan for a couple of years, and then I came here, and since then I'm teaching this course. I'll take it with me to my grave. Okay? Now, today we'll just go through the syllabus and the term project. Okay? You guys are taking the course for the first time, right? Yes. Okay. So you see this is a new template. They asked us to follow this one for the syllabus. Okay. And then after 15 minutes, they said no. But the information is the same. Whatever the template is, the information is the same. So the course is traffic engineering, right? Okay. Okay. That's some things you know. These are related to the administrative side. But I will focus on the prerequisite. Okay, there are two prerequisites of this course: highway engineering and statistics. Okay, highway engineering. When did you do it? No. When? 2 semesters.
Last year, first semester, second semester.
2 years ago, long time ago, right? No? During long time? Okay. So, but this is an important prerequisite because at least 2 topics, and those 2 topics I am covering them in the end. So those 2 topics become part of the final exam. So they become more important, right? Okay, because in the other exams you can cry, come to me and cry after this happened, that happened. The final exam there is nothing. Okay, so now they become more important. Okay, and even in the other topics, you will see I'm using the concepts and terms which are coming from highway engineering. Okay, one of those terms is peak hour factor. I will not ask what is it, but you have heard about it, right? Okay. You may have heard about it in the highway course. Okay, the gradient of the road. Okay, so these terms which I just mentioned, they will be used in almost all the topics. So there are 2 topics which are focusing on the highway engineering course, and they will come in the final. And even the other topics, you cannot go through them without having an idea about some of the concepts which you have learned in highway engineering. Okay? For my sake, I will make sure that I don't leave anything that you already know it. Even if I assume that you know it, we will at least we will review it. Okay? Even not in details, but we will review it just enough so that you can move ahead. But if you remember what you did in highway engineering in more details, it will be better for you. Okay? People who have taken highway engineering and then don't know what I'm talking about, then at least open your notes and have a look at it. Don't memorize it, but at least you have a look at it. Okay? Lecture timings, you should know about it. Okay? Classes, we are all searching for classes, right? I didn't know where is it. Okay, but anyhow, it's good. Handle. Okay, method of teaching. I'm an old man, so it's the same. Okay. Okay, office is in the other building, S41. All the faculty members, I think, are there. Okay. Some of the classes are also there, right? Okay, so you would see this building is on the first floor. If you are coming from the stairs, is the second room on your right. Okay, the office number is not written there. Good for me. Okay, but I put my card on the door. Okay, so my email, you can contact me through email, no problem. I check it. So if I'm not answering, that means I don't want to.
Teams also.
So relax. Yeah, Teams also, no problem. Okay, Teams, email. But if you don't get my response, just relax. Sometimes I read it and cannot answer. Okay?
Okay.
So live and let live. Okay, the textbook, this is specific for traffic engineering. The books which you had for highway, they also have many of the same topics. Okay, but this one is focused on traffic engineering. So if you have that book, I even uploaded it on the Blackboard as well. Okay, so if you have that book, you can use it for practice, no problem. You have problems in that book, you will see the same topics. Okay, the slides I've already uploaded. If you see the topics in the slide or in the course outline and you go to the highway book, you will find the same topics. Okay, and for that book, I think there's a solution manual as well. Okay, so you can do practice, which you guys hardly do. You saw 2 examples in the class and everybody will be asking me, if we do these 2 examples, we will cover the whole exam. Yes, you will, with a D grade. Okay, there's another book which is a different edition of this book. Okay, the 4th edition. It covers one topic. I also uploaded that one. Okay, but 99% of the topics are from this edition. Okay, I also uploaded another reference book which has many solved examples. Okay, and the topics are very similar again to our course. Okay, so you will find at least couple of books just for your practice. Okay. Okay, some other reference books are mentioned here. These are old ones. Okay, I uploaded a couple of other books, reference books, which are published after these ones. But these are old, so you will find them very easy. Okay, some of the other things which we use, couple of them I already mentioned, Teams, Blackboard, we use them obviously. All submissions are on Blackboard. If I ask you to submit something, it will be on Blackboard. Okay, if you give it to me on Teams, it's unofficial. Okay, if I receive it, I don't receive it, that's another thing. The official submission is on Blackboard. Okay, and you will see what you have to submit. Our course is heavily based upon a manual which is called as Highway Capacity Manual. Okay, this manual has many editions. The editions which we are using in the course are these 2. Okay, but there is another edition as well. I haven't got any book or the manual itself, so we are not using it. Okay, but the concepts are same. Okay, so for the manual there is a 2022 edition as well. If you get it, let me know, we'll share it with the class. Okay, why we are using these 2 editions? Because we are using the textbook. Okay, so if you try to search for the manual, you don't find it, no problem. Just focus on the book, that's enough. Okay. Okay, this is a link to my YouTube channel. Okay, and you will find the previous lectures. Okay, last semester I tried that I can record the lectures live, like I'm just doing right now, and I can upload all of them. The students were saying I upload lectures randomly, like you will find the first lecture, then maybe you will find the 5th lecture. So I was recording on need basis. I missed a class, I need to record a lecture. Okay, so I record it, and instead of putting it in every team, I just put it on YouTube and you can see it, everybody can see it. Okay, so it remains there. Okay, but this semester I will try that I can record all the lectures one by one. Okay, so you will find all of them in one place. But this is for this semester. For the old semesters, if especially the semester during Corona, you will find all the lectures. Okay. So this is another resource. The course description as per the catalog. You can see it. We will discuss it now. Okay. Before we go on with the description of the course, the outcomes of the course. This is the first course related to traffic engineering. So you will start with the basic concepts. Okay. Then very important part of traffic engineering is data collection and analysis. This is what makes it different from the other fields. Okay. In the other field, for example, if you are designing a structure, data collection is not so, it's important, but it doesn't take so much effort. In traffic engineering, data collection takes a lot of effort and resources. Okay. In structural design, maybe the most costly part is the software. Maybe. In traffic engineering, the most expensive part is going in the field and collecting data. Okay. So you should be, at the end of the course, you should be able to know what type of data you need, how to collect that data, and what to do with the data. Okay. And this is why, I think I missed it. The other prerequisite is also important, statistics. If you don't know statistics, you cannot analyze any data. Okay, I'll go on further. I would say that what you see as equations, you see I have equation to calculate force, I have equation to calculate this, I have equation. From where are we getting these equations? Somebody collects data, analyzes it, uses statistics to come up with the equation, and they give you the equation. And you, in the end, you are very happy that we don't know statistics, but we have the equation. But anyways, so statistics is important in analyzing the data, and in this course, we will analyze the data. So it's not like, okay, you have to calculate this, so this plus this gives you this. It's not like this. Okay, and in any case, if you know the basics of the equation, nobody can play around with the data and confuse you. This is what happens in the exam, by the way. 90% of the questions, when you say, I don't know this one, how did it come in the exam? This is what you don't know. You know it was part of the course. It's the same values, same parameters. They just change the x and y and this. And then you say, I don't know. You don't know because you don't know the equation. You memorize the equation. Y equals to x into and so you know that. Okay? But you don't know from where did we get the y and where did we get the x. So now you are confused. Okay? So it all comes down to us understanding the data. Okay? Then calculating the capacity and LOS. LOS stands for level of service. Okay? So how to calculate the capacity of highways and level of service for highways. You can do it for different types of highways and different parts of highways. In this course, we will discuss 3 types of highways. We will know how to calculate their capacity, and you will know how to calculate their level of service. Level of service is like a grade. Okay, how good or bad is the highway? Okay. Then geometric design and capacity analysis and its effects on safety. Okay, so you learn geometric design in which course? Surveying and highway. Okay, so you learned how to do geometric design. Here we will see the effects of geometric design on safety and traffic flow. Okay, and then the last one is design of pre-timed signals. Okay, so signals are of different types. You will start with the basic concepts related to signals and intersections, and when we go one step further about design of signals, we just cover one type of signal, which is pre-timed. We will not discuss the other ones. Okay, for the other ones, anything, for example, we said basic concepts or one type of signal or 3 types of highways for capacity. Where we will do the rest It's the advanced course, the advanced traffic engineering, when and if it is offered. Okay. For the grading, we will have 2 exams, 2 quizzes, 1 term project, and the final. Okay. Each exam, each quiz, 10%. Okay. So if you do bad in one, it's not a lot. If it is 20%, you do bad, you lose out of 20. It's out of 10, you lose less. Okay, and then you will have less material as well, less duration and so on. Yeah. 10. Where did I get?
First one, 2%.
10%, 10%. 10.
Okay.
Okay. Now their timing in the class, it will happen in the class, all of them. Okay. Now when, it depends upon when we finish the topic. Okay. It will start from the second topic onwards. When we finish the second topic, we'll have the first quiz. When you finish the third one, first exam. Okay. When you finish the fourth one, second quiz. Fifth one, second exam. Okay?
First midterm have topics in quiz 1 also.
When I say quiz is multiple choice and true and false. Exam is you have to solve. Okay, so.
First theory only.
Huh?
First theory only.
Yes. Okay, so again less load on you. Final everything. Final is everything. When I say quiz, okay, this topic and this topic, but only theory. When I say exam, this topic, but only calculations. Clear? Okay. Term project I will explain now. It's very important and it continues throughout the semester. Okay, and final exam 40%, you know about it. More explanation about the topics. Okay, so basic traffic flow theory, we will go through some models by which we can calculate speed and density and volume of traffic. Okay, so these are important parameters for design and for traffic management. So how they are calculated and how one affects the other. So we start with that one tomorrow inshallah. Then data collection. Why do we need traffic data? Where do we use it? What are the types of techniques of traffic data collection? What are the issues we may face during traffic data collection? So we'll discuss it here. And then we will continue with the same topic, but now we will look at the calculations for different parameters of traffic. For example, what calculations can we perform on speed data? What calculations we can perform on travel time data? How we can calculate delay? Okay. If you have volume, how can we use volume? What are the important parameters about volume? Okay. Then design of highway capacity and level of service. I already mentioned it. Okay. So we will do it. Obviously, we will discuss the basic concepts related to safety. What affects safety? What increases capacity? What affects capacity? What increases it? What decreases it? And and then we will calculate the capacity for 3 different types of highways, and the same things for level of service as well. Okay. Then moving on to capacity and level of service at intersections. Okay, and this is where we will discuss the design of signals as well. Okay. Then we have accident studies. It is mentioned here, but we keep it till the end. Okay, so we'll finish the other topics. Then we will see if we have time for accident studies as well. Okay, then we have components of traffic system. This is more related to highway engineering course. Okay, when we say traffic system, what do we mean? And what are the important parts? And what are the important issues related to each part of a traffic system? Okay, and then we will cover the geometric design. which deals with the alignment of the highway. Okay. This is the breakdown. You can see it yourself later on. Okay, some important points here. Okay, these statements are added. It has links to important files. You can see it. But this is a 4th level course. You should know about it. Okay, no cheating, no copying. Okay, and what else? Attendance. You have to maintain the attendance. Okay, if you miss something, you give me an excuse. Okay. Okay, so the course is related to this outcome of the civil engineering program. Civil engineering program has, 6 or 7 outcomes. This course is related to outcome number 6, which deals with the ability to develop and conduct experiments, analyze data, and use engineering judgment to draw conclusions. Okay, so again, you can see data analysis is there. Okay, so we'll be dealing with a lot of data, and that's why it's mentioned here. Okay, moving on to the term project. Okay, the working for term projects starts from now. Okay, you will start working on the term project from now onwards. Okay, the first thing you will do is make a group. The group can be 2 members, 3 or 4. Yeah.
We can, from the group of project, we can choose from the other.
Yes. Okay, but you cannot do it alone. Okay, you cannot be more than 4. Okay, if you are 5, then 2 groups, right? Or kill one of them. Whatever is easy. Huh? Sometimes you guys come like, if we don't go do with this person, he will die or you will die. Okay, so if it comes to that, don't come to me. Just silently get rid of that guy. Okay, throw it from the window or something. Okay, so you make a group. Okay, and you select your highway, and you have to inform me about the highway you have selected. You don't have to select the entire highway. You select a part of the highway. Okay, so for example, you have this. Which road is this? The one outside the. What do you call this road? This highway is called as what? Zalak highway. So it's a very long highway, right? So one group cannot do the project on the entire highway. So you will select a segment of the highway. Okay? Select a highway. On that highway, I will work on this part. Okay? Now, you cannot select any highway in any part of the highway. There are some conditions. First of all, the speed limit on the highway should be at least 80 kilometers per hour. At least. More than that, fine. Number of lanes in one direction should be at least 2. More than that, fine. Okay? The highway should have a median. Should have a median. Okay? The segment which you are selecting should be at least 500 meters. Now what does it mean 500 meter segment? This 500 meter part should not have any intersection, any exit, any entrance, any ramp. Okay? If it's a garage or a gate or something, it's allowed. But a ramp or a road crossing, no. Okay? And it should not have any construction work or maintenance work going on. Otherwise, it will disturb you. It will disturb your data collection. Okay? So for example, now they are doing something in front of the gate. So if you select a segment which is just near the gate, they will create a problem for you. Okay? So select a segment which has speed limit of at least 80 kilometers per hour, at least 2 lanes in one direction, you should have a median at least 500 meters length, okay, and no construction or maintenance activity going on in that 500 meters. After that, no problem, whatever you have intersection after that, you have a ramp after this, you have maintenance work going on, heaven on one side, hell on the other side, no problem.
The conditions is written here.
Yeah. They are all here. Okay. Now, it may happen that you select a segment and you select the same segment, or you are looking for a group, nobody wants to take you. It can happen. So, I will upload an Excel sheet in the Teams. Okay. In that Excel sheet, once you make the group and you select the highway, you will put your names, the name of the highway, where is the segment, you will put it there. Okay. So anybody who is still looking for a segment, before they select anything, they will look in the sheet, is this segment taken, not taken, okay, we are taking it. If that one is already mentioned by someone, you go and find another one. You are looking for a group, okay, but you don't know which one to contact, which group has a place for me, I'm alone. So again, you look in this sheet. A group can have how many members? 4.
4 at maximum. 2 minutes.
Okay, so you have a group with 2 members. You can contact them. Got it? Okay, this group has 3 members, but I know someone, he already made a group and they can take me. Okay, or I don't see the name of this guy or this girl, I know him, so he is not here in any group, I should contact him. So Excel sheet, I will upload an Excel sheet so that you can make groups and you can resolve your conflicts about the segment, selection of segment. Okay?
My group is in other section.
No problem.
No problem.
Yeah.
So in lecture, when we work on the project, I attend with him.
No. You are not working on the project in the class. Okay? You are not working on the project in the class. Okay? Okay. Now, the Excel sheet, okay, one thing. So for example, you say, I have selected this segment on Zalak Highway. Where is it? So you have to mention in the Excel sheet, segment near whatever. So you have the name of the highway and you have any nearby place which is famous. Segment near this petrol station, segment near University of Bahrain, segment near this school, whatever. Okay, so they know that you have selected this highway and this segment. If you just write, we selected Zalak Highway. Zalak Highway is 10 kilometers long. Okay, which part of Zalak Highway? Okay, so near this club or near this petrol station and so on. Okay, so this will be in the Excel sheet.
So 2 groups or more can choose the Zalak
Highway, but different segments.
Different parts. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I was saying that okay, once you selected the segment, okay, you make the group, put it in the Excel sheet. You select the segment, put it in the Excel sheet. Don't wait for anything. You know the conditions, just put it there. Okay. Once you put it and there is no conflict, okay, now for the submission of the term project. The term project has 3 submissions and 1 presentation. 3 submissions, 1 presentation. Okay. In the first submission, you will give me your group names, your location which you already mentioned in the Excel sheet, but you have to submit still. Okay. And a 15 minutes trial of data collection which you will do on the highway. So you will go on the highway for 15 minutes. You will count from any direction number of vehicles passing you for 15 minutes. Any number of vehicles, you can do it at any time. Morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever. Okay. So select any 15-minute interval, stand on any part of the highway, your segment, and you count for 15 minutes. And for at least 10 cars, you will also observe their speed. Okay. So how to observe the speeds? There are some apps available on the smartphones. Okay, you can use those apps, or you can simply have a distance on the side of the road, and when the car passes it, you have a stopwatch and you collect the time, and then you do distance upon time, you'll get the speed. Okay, so for the first task, you have to select the segment, make the group, and do a 15 minutes trial run on the highway. In 15 minutes, you will count vehicles passing you from any direction, and you will collect a speed of any 10 cars, same 15 minutes. So if you have 2 or 3 members, some can do the counting and some can do the speed. Got it? Clear? You will combine all these things in a Word or PDF file and submit it on Blackboard. Okay, so I will create a link for submission on the Blackboard. If you don't make this submission, that means you did not do the first task. Even if your names are in the Excel sheet, I will not check the Excel sheet. Excel sheet is for you guys. Okay, I will not grade you on the basis of your name in the Excel sheet. If I don't find something from your group on the Blackboard, you get 0. If you submit but it's late, you will have deduction in the grade. Okay, so you have to submit on time. Clear? If I see any mistakes in this task, I'll tell you there are some mistakes. Correct them in the final submission. Okay, no resubmission, and there will be no negative marking here. Just submit on time. Okay, do everything which I said and submit on time. There are some errors, mistakes. Okay, this is what we call as the formative assessment. So I am just trying to give you feedback before you start your project. Got it? Okay. Any feedback about your location, any feedback about your trial run, so you don't repeat the same mistake in the rest of the project. Got it? Clear? Okay. Okay. So the first task is done. You will do it up till this date, and then for the second task, you will go on the highway. You will measure the cross section of the highway. The lane width, the shoulder width, the median width. Okay, length you must have already mentioned because it is the condition. The segment should be how long? At least 500 meters. So you already know the length, you can show it. Okay, so you will take the dimensions of the road. You can do it using Google Earth. You can do it using apps on the smartphone. You can do it using measuring tape. Okay, but if something happens to you, I can only pray for you. Okay, I'm not asking you to do it. Don't do it. Okay, so Google Earth is fine, no problem. Or if you are using any smart app, it's fine. Okay, we are not doing the geometric design. In geometric design, we need precise dimensions. Here in traffic engineering, or for this term project, if you measured, 0.5 meter plus or minus, will not make much difference. Okay, but one student plus and minus will make a difference, right? Okay, so okay, so you will take the dimensions and you will prepare a drawing. You can draw by hand, by AutoCAD, but it should be a professional drawing, not a sketch. A proper drawing with showing dimensions and everything. Clear? Okay. Another thing which you will do is you will collect a speed sample. Okay. For this, now remember you already collected some samples in the first task, right? You will use that sample to know how many samples I should collect here. For the first task, Any number, no problem. In the second task, you need to do some calculations to know how many samples I need here. Those samples or those calculations will be discussed in the class. I'll tell you how to calculate the number of speed samples. Okay? And for the second task again, in the first task, what did I say? Collect any time. Here, there's a condition. Again, we will discuss these conditions in the class. Okay? In each section. So even if you are in different sections, it doesn't matter. All your group members on different sections will know the same conditions. Okay? So, for the second task, you are again doing speed data collection. You can use the same method which you used in the first task, but you have to fulfill the conditions. What are the conditions? What are the calculations which you have to do in advance? We will discuss in the class. Okay? Okay. So now you have done two things. You have prepared a drawing and you have collected speed data. The calculation before the speed data and there's a small calculation after the speed data. All these things will be part of the second task submission. Again, you will submit as a Word or a PDF file. Don't give me Excel files. Got it? Okay. For the third submission, now third is the final report. Third task, when you submit for the third task, you are submitting the final report now. So whatever I told you in the first two tasks, you have to make sure it is there in the final report. Okay? Again, in the second task, you submit it on time, it's good. You did not submit, you get 0. You submit late, you get deduction. You submit it on time, you have full marks. If there are errors, I'll tell you, correct this, when? When do you correct it? In the final submission. Okay? So no resubmission required and no negative marking again. They submit on time. Again, a formative assessment. Clear? Final task. Final task is you will collect one thing from the field again, which is the volume, counting. But now you have to count in the peak hour. You know the peak hour, right? What do you mean by the peak hour? You know, I don't mean which hour. I mean peak hour means what? The traffic is very high. Okay? I can give you some idea about the peak hours which are normally taken. Okay? But maybe you already know the road. So that is, you already know the peak hour. Okay? And I'm not asking for the absolute peak hour. Any hour in which the traffic is high. Okay, so you don't have to wait. Okay, now the traffic is very high. Usually maybe you travel on that road daily. So you know the peak hour better than me. Okay, so in the third task, you will collect volume, counting, but for both directions, it should be in the peak hour. An hour means the full hour. You cannot do it for 15 minutes. Okay, so timing is specific timing, both directions, and you have to calculate the peak hour factor and you have to calculate the percentage of heavy vehicles as well. Okay, so again, you will discuss these things in the class. Okay, so you will have enough guidance before you go in the field. Okay, using all the data which you have collected up till now, you will calculate the level of service, you will draw some graphs. Okay, so all these things will be again discussed in the class. What calculations you have to perform, they will be discussed in the class. In the end, you will submit a final report. Okay, this is the time of the final report, and final report includes everything. When I say task 1, it's just task 1. Task 2, just task 2. Final report, everything. Everything. So even the task 1, task 2 is part of the final report. This is why I said, if I see any mistake, I will tell you this is the mistake and it is corrected here now. Got it? Okay. Now keep one thing in mind. The project is designed keeping in mind that when we do a topic in the class, you do it in the project. Okay, so in the class we are discussing theory, and you go in the field and you have the project, so you are doing hands-on exercise now. We did this in the class. Now let us do it on our own data, on the highway itself. Okay, first thing. Secondly, the first task and the second task and the Excel sheet and all these things, they are for two things. First of all, you start working from now. Okay, I had students who just sent me a message one night before the final submission, and they were asking me for the speed data. So that means they did not do anything in the whole semester. Okay, so to avoid this, we have the tasks. Okay, and to make sure that you don't have any serious mistake and you realize it till at the end of the semester, I will give you the feedback, like I said, and you don't lose any marks for your mistakes. Okay, so I keep it in mind that you are doing hands-on of everything which we are doing in the class, almost. Okay, and the second thing is, people who are repeating the course, you can ask them. Usually they get good marks in the project. Okay, why? Because most of the time I'm already telling them what did they do wrong. Okay, so you cannot get bad marks. Like you can, yes, you can get bad marks here as well, but you shouldn't, right? If I already told you what you did wrong in the first task, and I already told you what you did wrong in the second task, only this part is new. Okay, so it shouldn't happen. And even this task, you know how to do counting. You know peak hour factor, you know heavy vehicles and so on. Okay, so usually even if they're repeating the course, they tell me that we will keep the project marks. Okay, because project marks are usually good. Okay, and I'm trying to make it so, so I keep on giving you feedback during the project, so in the end you don't lose like 10 marks. And you don't know why I got 10 out of 20. Okay, so 70% of the project I'm already telling you without deducting any marks. I'm already giving you feedback without deducting any marks. Okay, like I said, there will be a final presentation. All group members have to present in the presentation. They have to be in the presentation. All of them have to speak. I can ask some questions during the presentation as well, and they should be able to answer it, or any one of them. Okay, any one of them. If there are 4 members, I may ask question to any one of them. If I see a guy or a girl who is hiding behind the desk or the others, okay, they will lose marks. The other members of the project may get different marks than that guy or girl.
Just in the presentation.
Just in presentation, yes. Okay, there are marks for presentation. Mention something. Okay, so there are some marks separately out of the 20 for presentation. If you don't attend the presentation at all, you lose all of them. You attend the presentation, do the presentation, but you are not doing good. You and your group members can have different marks. Okay, clear? Okay, final 2 points. First point is, if you make any changes in your location, you have to tell me. If you make the change after the first task, something happened, anything happened. Okay, so you want to make the change, fine, you can. But what you did for the first task, you have the grade. But you need that for the second task. So you did it on highway A. Now you are saying you will do it on highway B. The data of the first task from highway A. How can you use it on highway B? So you change the location. Okay, they need to have that much information so they can move forward. Got it? But I will allow to change the location if something happens. It's a valid reason, there is no conflict, I can allow. But keep in mind, any information which you are going to use from the previous highway, now you change the highway, you cannot use the information. You have to go and collect it again. Okay, but you have to inform me. You change the group members. Okay, now changing means what? Somebody went from this group to this group. So he was with them in the first task, now he is with them in the second task. So he submitted something with group 1, now he's submitting the rest of the things with group 2, fine. He was not in any group, he or she was not in any group in the first task. So he got already 0 in the first task. He or she already has 0 in the first task. Now if he joins, so he joins after 25th February. 25th February, the task is already submitted, the group worked, right? There were 3 guys in that group. Those 3 guys did task 1 and submitted. Now the 4th guy joins and he was not with any other group before 25th February. So obviously he did not work on task 1 with any group, so he has 0. Fair enough? He did not work, right? If he was working, then his name would be there. Got it? So don't join a group in April and then tell me I worked in February as well. It cannot happen. Okay? They were there in the field, you were not there. If you were there, your name would have been there. Okay? So you cannot get the marks of the previous tasks when you join the group later. Okay? And obviously this is only for those guys and girls who were not in any group earlier. If you are already in one of the groups, it's fine. Okay? Whatever they get, you get. You want to change the group? Okay, fine. You get in another group, and whatever they get, you get the same. Okay? Okay. Now the absolute last thing is this one. There is a simulation software with the name of Vision. Trial version is available. Okay, you can search for the name of the software. You can download the trial version. You can use it in the project as a bonus. This is not part of the project. The software is heavy and it may not take much time, but the values, the results are different from manual calculation because it's a trial version. So it doesn't work for 1 hour, only works for 10 minutes or something. So the values are different and it's heavy and so on. And some students have problem because of their system. My system is, cannot handle that much. If you find any difficulty, don't do it. Simple.
How many marks for bonus?
+1. Okay, but it's just an encouragement so that you use the software. Because of the practical problems, I'm not making it necessary. It's not mandatory. But if you learn the software, this is a software which they are using in the industry. The consultants are using it, the government is using it, the ministry is using it. So if you learn the software, some part of the software is good for you, for your career. Okay? But since we don't have the official version, I cannot force it. Okay? So if you think +1 is too low, don't do it. I will have one less thing to worry about. If you use it, make sure it works in the presentation and it is there in the report. Okay? It will not take much time, believe me. If you go on and use it, it will not take much time. In terms of working, it doesn't take much time. Okay? This is a video which is about the software and they have their own videos as well. You can go and have a look. Okay? Now, from tomorrow onwards, we will start with the course content. All the slides, all the books, the syllabus, the term project, everything is there on the blackboard. Tomorrow, inshallah, I will upload the Excel file for recording the name of the group members and the location. I'll make a link on Blackboard so that you can start submitting whenever you are ready. Okay? And now for the attendance, I'll start from tomorrow, obviously. Okay? Each section on their own attendance, okay? Don't mix and match. Don't swap. Don't swap your segments, sections. Okay? You want to just come and attend, fine. Don't ask me to put your attendance. Okay? takes 10 minutes to go in one section, then another section, then another section, 3 sections. I cannot do it. I cannot take the attendance of all the 3 sections 3 times. Even if one guy or girl is from the other section, I still have to do it for the other section. Okay? You want to come and attend, most welcome. You missed a lecture, you want to come and attend with the other section, no problem. But don't ask me to put your attendance. Okay? There. Okay. See you tomorrow, inshallah.